Greetings once again, my fellow Star Trek fans. I'd like to welcome you to another video. I would also like to welcome you to another build series. This one is going to be really special because this is actually going to be a tribute build. I want to do a build to Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy was born on March 26th, 1931. So my designation for the Constitution class starship is going to be the U.S.S. Nimoy NCC-1934. And if there is anyone out there going, wait a minute, there is no NCC-1934. Well, I'm making it special for Leonard Nimoy as a tribute to him. So we're going to kick off this series and this build, and I'm going to show you the kit that I'm going to use. This is actually going to be in 1/1000 scale. And we're going to do the decals for the U.S.S. Nimoy, and we're going to light her up, and I'm going to tell you guys my plan as we go along. But for the introduction to the build series, I want to show you guys the model kit that I'm going to be using for this tribute build. So let's go over to the desk where there's more light and more room, and I'll show you guys the U.S.S. Nimoy. Okay. So we're going to be using the 1/1000 scale Polar Lights 1/1000 scale U.S.S. Enterprise. And this is the 3-in-1 snap together kit. And this one can be made as the first pilot, the second pilot, or the production series. But like I said, we're going to be making her into the U.S.S. Nimoy. I'll show you the model kit that we're going to be using. You can see it's got over 50 pieces, and this is paint or glue required. No paint or glue required. Of course, we're going to glue ours, and I'm actually going to light it up, and we're going to paint her as well. And because she's going to be my special tribute to Leonard Nimoy, we're going to make her in a unorthodox way. I always liked the way the Enterprise appeared white on screen. So when it comes to the U.S.S. Nimoy, I think I want to make her look pearlescent like the Enterprise refit. I think that would look really nice. So you see her on the cover, firing her phasers. Side of the box. Basically, this is the same. The illustrations, Polar Lights. Looking at the other side, let's see. This is kit number 4200, and this came out in 2003. And on the back, it shows you the brief, the pictures you can make for each one. You can make the U.S.S. Enterprise from the original TV series, U.S.S. Enterprise from the second pilot, and the U.S.S. Enterprise from the first pilot. Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Polar Lights introduces the U.S.S. Enterprise NCC-1934 snap-together model kit. With more than 50 high-quality detailed pieces, these are exact replicas from the original series starships. Build your choice of 3 starships with this kit. This kit contains all the necessary graphics to replicate U.S.S. Enterprise NCC-1934 starships from the first and second television pilot episodes and the original 1966 television series. Also included are the graphics to build 3 additional Constitution-class sister ships, the U.S.S. Constellation, the U.S.S. Defiant, and the U.S.S. Exeter. So why don't we open it up and I'll show you guys what's in this model kit. Is there anything nice, sweeter than opening up a Star Trek model kit for the first time, taking off the plastic, especially the Enterprise? Let's go ahead and put the light on. There. You might be able to see it a little bit better now without the reflection of the cellophane. You can see that beautiful box art. All right, let's open it up. On the inside part of the box, you can see that awesome photograph of the bridge crew. We got Mr. Scott, Dr. McCoy, Mr. Chekhov, Nurse Chapel, Captain Kirk, Lieutenant Uhura, Mr. Spock, and Mr. Sulu. And on the other sides, it has the star background. Okay, so let's take a look. First, I want to show you guys the instruction sheet. And let's see, these are the decals. It shows you the decals on the other side. So this would be the instruction sheet. So I'm wondering if we should make it as a pilot version or the production series version. I think we're going to go with the production series because I want to light the Bussard collectors. So you can see part 1, formation of the saucer. And then we move on to the nacelles. Let me kind of, yeah, that's a little bit better. And again, we're going to be doing the production series. So that would be this one. We get the clear Bussard collectors that are going to go on the nacelles. You can see how we're going to put the saucer section onto the secondary hull and how the nacelle pylons are going to come together. So it's a really, really basic, straightforward kit. And it shows you the different finished versions of the model. It also has a paint guide right over here. We got light ghost gray, dark ghost gray, gunship gray, stoplight red metallic, copper, red, chrome silver, clear red, and clear green. So let's look at the decal placement guide. And they show the mirror universe. That's always a fun ship to build. And then we have the second pilot. And the first pilot. And finally, we have the production series, and I think that's the one we're gonna do to honor Leonard Nimoy. I'll tell you though, I'm really thinking about doing the ISS Enterprise or the ISS Nimoy. That would be pretty sweet. I'm gonna think about that, and we still have some time to plan out the ship. So, yeah. So those are the instructions. They're pretty basic, as well as a decal placement sheet. So, taking a look, we have the clear Bussard collectors, and the clear pieces, actually. So let me open this up to show you guys. Several of the pieces came off the tree, so why don't we go ahead and do it this way. First off, we got the Bussard collectors. Beautiful. Let's see, these are the pieces that are going to go inside. And the other Bussard collectors, you can see where they have the openings for the antenna to come out. And you can see the bridge, the production version bridge. It's a lot lower than the pilot version, the bridge. And you can see again the Bussard collectors with the openings for the antenna. And we have some of the beacons. So that's the clear parts tree. So we also have this is Polar Lights, but it doesn't have the base with the metal support rod. It actually has the plastic stand that we're going to put together. And again, because this is going to be special, we might do it differently. So let's get all these pieces out. So you can see the little cooler fins that are going to go on the nacelles. And you can see those little pieces, the antenna that's going to come through the Bussard collectors. And over on this side is where the impulse engines, this will go right in front of the impulse decks. Let's see, looks like the deflector dish came off the tree. This is the larger one for the pilot versions. And she had the larger deflector dish. And you can see the smaller deflector dish used in the production series. And there's a couple of different end caps for the nacelles. And you can see the different hangar bays. The hangar bay that would have been in the pilot episodes, and then the hangar bay doors that would have been in the production series. And we got the impulse engines right over here. And we have the stand. So this would go in over here, and the ship would mount to that. So that's that tree. Let's see. Now we'll take a look at the main parts, the primary hull. And we have the parts with the secondary hull. And again, this is 1/1000 scale. And you can see the line that's going to help you designate the blue that's on the front of the nacelle pylon. And you can see the deflector dish housing over here. It's in 1/1000 scale, but this is very detailed. It looks very nice. And then it gives you a few different versions of the nacelles. Again, you have 3 different ships that you're able to make. So let me see if I can get 3 of the different ones to show you. The inner ones, you can see the inner one for the production series, as well as the inner chillagrills for the pilots, and the outer parts, the outer halves. So you can see the inner parts have the chillagrills, and the outer parts do not. The outer parts are very similar. And let's see, these are going to go onto the nacelle pylons, which are these right here. And it'd be easy to run the wire up through in here into the nacelles for the Bussard collectors. And this in turn goes into the secondary hull. We'll go just like that. Let's see. Lastly, we have the primary hull. You can see the top. B and C decks just below the bridge. And of course, the production series had the 4 squares at the corners that were lit up, but that'll be on the decals. They don't actually have the clear parts for this. Showing you the bottom of the primary hull. It's got the writing Star Trek Paramount, 2003 Paramount Pictures. It shows you where the holes are to run the beacon lights, as well as what would be a beacon in the front. And of course the rings around a sensor dome area, and the landing gear. Well, this would help the primary hull land. So this is snapped together. You don't have to glue it, but we're going to glue it. We're going to paint it. And let's see how tentatively it's going to go. And this is in 1/1000 scale again. So those are the parts to the ship. So the last thing in the box are the decals. So let me put the box back on display for you guys. And they have decals for 3 different ships. 4 if you include the ISS Enterprise. So first off, and what's interesting in this kit is they actually have stickers. It's peel and stick, clear back stickers that you can actually put onto the ship. So if you didn't want to do the water slide decals, you could basically take the ship, you peel off U.S.S. Enterprise, NCC-1934, it's one piece, and it would go on the front over here. And it even has the little lighted rectangles that I was telling you about that go with the corners. And it shows you the stickers that'll go on the nacelle pylons, as well as the windows. You see the impulse decks. So these are peel and stick. Let me show you guys if I can actually start to peel it. Hopefully you guys can see. See that? It's actually a sticker. We also have the stickers for all the different ships if you want to do them. You can see that really awesome ISS Enterprise dagger through the planet, and that planet looks a lot like Earth. You can see the markings for the saucer pylon for the bottom of the ship. You can see the nacelle markings, the NCC-1701, the side of the secondary hull. Actually, we'll go that way. And again, these are, let me see if I can start it for you. See, these are actually peel and stick. You don't have to worry about setting solution or warming up the water or sliding them on or anything. So these, it would be like more like putting together a toy. You snap it in place, you click everything together, you put the stickers on, and it's totally done. So now we move on to the water slide decals. And these would look a little better. We cut them out, you put them in warm water, we slide them onto the plastic, and we use the decal setting solution, and it will look like it's painted on. But what we're going to do is, I think I want to use, let's see if I have a can of it here. See the Tamiya? We're doing the Enterprise refit, and I just love that pearl, the pearlescent paint. And I think I want to do the U.S.S. Nimoy in this color. So I'm not sure what production or pilot series version of the ship we're going to do, but I am sure of the coloring. We're going to color it the pearlescent white, as well as we're going to lighter as well. Again, you can see the ISS Enterprise markings. We've got the the ISS Enterprise. We can do the Constellation, the Defiant, and the Exeter. Love it. And there's the thing with the windows. We are going to light ours, but I don't know about actually drilling out the windows on a secondary hull to get that rectangular shape. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that yet, but we will plan it as we go. And that's the decal sheet, and that's basically everything to the kit. The kit is very basic. It's specifically designed for people that love the correctness, if you will, of the Enterprise from the Smithsonian model, and Polar Lights did a really good job using that model for reference. So when it comes to accuracy, the Polar Lights is a lot more accurate than the AMT kits. And like I said, this is going to be the U.S.S. Nimoy. And like I said, for this video, my friends, I wanted to show you, give you an introduction to the series, my plan of what we're going to do. The next video, I'm going to know definitely what version of the ship we're going to make. Whether it's the ISS Enterprise, ISS Nimoy, or the U.S.S. Nimoy, mimicking the first two pilots, or the production series. I'll know in the next video. So, my friends, this was the introduction to the series. I wanted to introduce you to the model kit we're going to use, as well as honoring the great, late great Leonard Nimoy, whose birthday was on March 26th, 1931. And I'm doing this build series a little bit early because I want to have her completely finished, lit up, and ready to go for his birthday. So my friends, the next part of the video, I'll talk more about the plan, and I'll show you the decal set that I'm going to use for the U.S.S. Nimoy. Until that video, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.